1:37 lead changes at the start-finish line. 13 laps to go. Tyler Reddick by Michael McDowell. Move Reddick to the point. Here comes Truex. Here comes Ty Gibbs. That outside lane is rolling.
The log jam has finally broken in favor of Reddick, but don't put it in the bank yet. Back comes Michael McDowell. He will flex some muscle. He goes back to the lead at the exit of turn 2.
Michael McDowell brings that bright yellow Ford to the bottom of the racetrack with sole possession of the lead. The question is, can he keep it? No. Here comes Reddick back to the top, but Keselowski will give McDowell a pop and keep him at the point.
It's like a heavyweight battle back and forth here. McDowell will go to the front this time. 1 car length separation back to that side-by-side battle for second. Further back, Chris Buescher trying to make that third lane work.
He is, and he's trying to get somebody to go with him, but right now he doesn't have a whole lot of help on that outside lane. They're going to be stuck all the way at the tail end of this one. McDowell continues to show the way. We're down to 12 laps to go.
Chris Buescher just waving those pom-poms for all he's worth, trying to cheerlead somebody into going to that third lane with him. Nobody takes the bait. He'll drop back in line as Michael McDowell leads them again to the backstretch.
So the entire field is back to double-wide formation. Michael McDowell continues to be the maestro up front. He is in the outside lane. He'll pull back to the bottom. He'll seal off the advance from Reddick and company in that outside line.
And Reddick trying to get a push this time from Martin Truex Jr., who falls back a little bit. He's got Ty Gibbs behind him. That allows McDowell to get away. 1 car length back to that side-by-side battle for second.
One by one, the crowd here at the Talladega Superspeedway beginning to come to their feet, anticipating one whale of a finish. Right now it's McDowell controlling the field. Brad now all by himself for second, trying to figure out a way by McDowell.
Brad Keselowski all alone in that number 2 spot. Tyler Reddick has fallen back into a side-by-side battle with Noah Gragson for position number 3. Reddick gets a shove from Truex. Here comes Reddick on the comeback trail.
The front 2 were out in front by themselves, but here comes that outside line again as McDowell will move up to block the advance. McDowell back to the bottom. Reddick gets another shove from Truex. Side by side for the lead.
Evened up back in turn number 3. Toyota on the outside. The white one there from Tyler Reddick. The yellow Ford on the bottom. Now from Michael McDowell. Nose to nose. They are door to door off 4.
With 10 laps to go this time by. Here they come, thundering back into the Tri-Oval. Ford Motor Company still looking for their first win this season. They've got a blue oval. The Mustang Dark Horse at the front of the field in Michael McDowell. But here comes the Toyota of Reddick.
Reddick to the outside. He's clear of McDowell if he wants to slide down. He doesn't do it. Back comes McDowell. He'll go back to the bottom. He pulls back ahead.
Seesaw battle for the lead to the back straightaway. First it's McDowell, then it's Reddick. Now they are nose to nose. Halfway down the Alabama Gang Super Stretch. Reddick with a fender out in front, but here comes McDowell back to the inside.
He is like on rails down at the bottom part of the racetrack for McDowell. A big push for Brad Keselowski. Also Noah Gragson lining them up down on the bottom side. Give the advantage to McDowell off turn 4.
When does that third lane open up, or will it? Before we get to the end of the race, we're down to 9 to go. They stay double file. McDowell back out front. Battle will be for second with Brad on the inside, Tyler Reddick on the outside.
You will never see a better display of big track racing than you're seeing right now at the front of the pack between Michael McDowell and Tyler Reddick. Reddick now fades back in the outside lane. Keselowski's got some open real estate down low.
The front 2 have cleared the outside line, but they stay committed to the lane at the bottom of the racetrack. Tyler Reddick and Martin Truex Jr., they're trying to regain lost ground. McDowell will jump back up top and throw the block.
Throws the block up top. This time it is Tyler Reddick trying to stay right there with him. McDowell, though, able to keep the advantage. He slides back down to the bottom part of the racetrack in front of Brad Keselowski.
Further back towards the end of this double wide, here come 3 cars now, busting out of line to go to the outside to make it a third lane. Can they begin to make some progress? They're being led by Ryan Preece, Chris Buescher, and Harrison Burton, but the battle stays for the lead.
Side by side into turn number 1. It is McDowell. He'll sneak out by about a car length. Keselowski now to the inside of Reddick, trying to decide that one. If one of them can get the spot, they can go after McDowell.
McDowell goes up in front of Reddick again. What Alex just described at the tail end of the field with Ryan Preece and company, they cannot get it to work. Nobody goes with them, All eyes right now on McDowell and company.
McDowell's eyes are out towards the front. He's able to work his way to the top, back to the bottom, taking over whatever momentum starts to build behind him. McDowell with a car length advantage.
Looking for career win number 3 right here at Talladega is indeed Michael McDowell. He is out front. He controls the race from the bottom to the middle. Back to the bottom he goes. Over the nose of Brad Keselowski. Brad runs second. To his outside is still Reddick.
McDowell has been mistake-free since the final restart, but there's still a long way to go before he gets home. They're trying to organize a third lane back in the rear of the field, but at the front, it's still McDowell.
Ryan Blaney was one that jumped out of line, but he lost all momentum. He's gone all the way to the back to join Priest and company back there. McDowell back to the bottom. Seals off the advance from Keselowski. McDowell back to the point.
Another big run here from McDowell on the bottom side of things with Keselowski in his back pocket. He'll slide up and block the advancement of Tyler Reddick. That third lane picked up another one. Here comes Chase Elliott to try to help the outside.
That gives 5 cars now on that third lane. It's about strength in numbers in the draft at Talladega. They still have a lot of real estate to make up, however, as McDowell at the front of the field continues to keep everybody at bay.
Brad Keselowski has been a perfect manufacturer teammate so far to Michael McDowell. There's going to come a time where that cooperation comes to an end. For the moment, it's still McDowell leading the way.
Sole possession of the lead. That allows Michael to change lanes again. He'll lead the bottom. He is now throwing the block on Tyler Reddick. He right now is in the middle of the racetrack. McDowell slides back to the bottom. Here comes Reddick with a head of steam to the outside.
He gets a great push from Martin Truex Jr. as they go side by side. Second, matter of fact, the front 4 rows there. Here comes that third lane up to 10th.
And they are rolling, Jason Toy. That is led by Chase Elliott. They were out back. They're not out back anymore. They are trying to make their way into the top 10. We follow Chase Elliott as he works the extreme outside lane.
Chase Elliott saddles the horse and goes to the whip. He's still got some work to do. Still back around 15th place. Shane Van Gisbergen's going to slide up in front of him. At the front, side by side for the lead. Here comes Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick inches out in front from the middle lane out of turn number 2. Matter of fact, Truex just shoving him for all he's got. Michael McDowell hard at it back to the bottom. Here come Keselowski and McDowell drawing even with Reddick and Truex.
Continue to fight it back and forth here for the top spot at Talladega and away to victory lane. Michael McDowell, Tyler Reddick, nose to nose through the shadows of turn number 4.
And it's Shane Van Gisbergen now leading the outside charge, and they're making some hay. They're up now to about the 15th position. They've got 6 cars lined up on that third lane. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Tyler Reddick, Michael McDowell wheel to wheel for the lead with 4 laps to go.
Inches apart for the win at Talladega Superspeedway. Third lane still back around 16th place. McDowell surges back out into the lead. He's got it again off turn 2.
They are doing all they can to get that third lane rolling again. Shane Van Gisbergen, the one that's leading it, but they can't make the progress they need to make until now. It begins to kick in. Here comes Elliott shoving SVG at the outside.
They go from 10th to 8th right now, side by side with Kyle Busch. Put SVG up in the battle for that 6th position on the outside. Up front, side by side for the lead at Talladega.
3 laps to go in the Geico 500. Here they come back down to the tri-oval. Middle lane led by Tyler Reddick. Inside charging along is Michael McDowell. Outside lane back around the 11th spot. That's Shane Van Gisbergen.
Third lane trying to summon up some horsepower, but they're not quite there yet. Front of the pack, they continue to run door to door now. McDowell on the inside, Reddick on the outside, inches apart off 2.
Side by side, 3 wide mid-pack. Again, SVG pounding away at the outside. Now Kyle Busch will jump up. Now here comes Ty Gibbs. He'll go to the high lane of the racetrack, but it's all McDowell, at least for now.
3 wide for third on back, but up front it continues to be Michael McDowell. That third lane breaking up a little bit. It allows the front 2 to pull away side by side off the 4.
Nobody sitting down at the Talladega Superspeedway now. 2 laps to go, side by side at the front of the field. McDowell continues to pound away downstairs, but drawing even to the outside with a run is Tyler Reddick.
The third lane has lost its mojo and fallen back outside the top 20. Reddick trying to make the charge up high. He can't make it stick. McDowell away with the lead. Keselowski's out of the box. He can move now on the back straightaway.
Keselowski stays on the inside, so does McDowell. The question is, can Reddick and company regroup? They do. Here comes Reddick alongside Michael McDowell. They're mirroring each other Talladega.
Nose to nose, working their way back into turn number 3 and 4. It is Reddick on the outside. He's got an advantage of ahead of Martin Truex Jr. That puts him right there against the door of McDowell.
They got a lap car in front of them that they will have to deal with. Wheel to wheel, tightly close together through the tri-oval. White flag is in the air. Next flag ends the race. Tyler Reddick surges ahead by a bumper.
Final time at a turn 1, and it's anybody's ball game. Back comes McDowell as they go 3 wide around the lap machine on the bottom. McDowell by half a car length. Here they come for the final time off turn 2.
As of now, there is no third lane. Everybody in double wide formation. All eyes on Tyler Reddick and Michael McDowell. Reddick with the fender out in front. McDowell comes back to the bottom. Keselowski shoves McDowell back to the lead for the final time in 3.
McDowell surges out in front. Keselowski in second. Nose to tail from third on back. The bottom part of the racetrack. Michael McDowell will lead him off of turn 4 in the final time.
Final time off of turn number 4. Here comes Brad to the bottom. Michael McDowell throws the block, and Brad gets into him. Michael McDowell into the fence. They're crashing further back. Checkered flag is in the air. Tyler Reddick gets there first. Tyler Reddick across the line. Other cars spinning and crashing further back. It's all over. Tyler Reddick gets to the line first after a massive crash coming through the tri-oval.
One car riding on the wall on the driver's side door, the full length of this short straightaway past the start-finish line. Safety trucks are rolling immediately. Most of the field came flying apart in the crash here in the tri-oval, but what a crash we had here. Not sure which car that was. All we could see is the bottom of the car up against the safer barrier as everything takes place there. We're going to hold things for the moment, Jeff, right now, because I think we're going to wait and see what NASCAR race control says on this one.
Yeah, we call Tyler Reddick to the line first, but the caution flag was flying. We need to wait for NASCAR to make it official before we make it official.
We do, because timing and scoring has Kyle Busch getting to the line first. So we'll see how this plays out. But Kyle Busch now has climbed from his race car. He went the wrong way down the pit lane. We'll see how this ends up playing out. But Reddick and Kyle Busch, timing and scoring has Kyle Busch as the first car to the line. And to our right, we can see race control gathering.
And Tyler Reddick is celebrating what he thinks is a victory. Kyle Busch, and now we're seeing a shuffle on the leaderboard. But again, we are going to wait until they make it official and waiting to see. And we are getting the official word. It is indeed Tyler Reddick. He has won the Geico 500 after a vicious crash coming through the tri-oval. Tyler Reddick is the winner. Let's go to pit road.
And Tyler Reddick's crew absolutely overjoyed as they make their way out of the pit box. They are headed down to victory lane. We'll catch up with the crew chief here in a moment.
Yeah, what a drive for Tyler Reddick. And after the strategy did not work with Toyota, we thought, after they wrecked single file after their final pit stop, it was amazing to watch he and Martin Truex Jr. work the draft perfectly on the outside lane. What a finish. Again, at Talladega, Tyler Reddick has won the Geico 500.
Michael McDowell's car is being towed out of the infield grass. We just had a chance to watch NASCAR TV. I don't think Brad ever touched Michael McDowell. Todd, what was your thought?
Not till after he spun out.
Right.
He made the block to the top. Brad made a move to the top. Michael blocked it, as he should, coming to the win. Brad made the move back to the bottom as Michael made the move down there. He just got like a tank swap and got down all the way to the bottom, and it got loose in front of him. I think when he got crossed up, that's when he broke Brad's momentum coming to the line.
Yeah, it was, and it was a big crash down there as cars were sliding all over the place, inside and out. I believe it was Corey LaJoie's car that was up on its side, sliding on the driver's side door, ended up doing a barrel roll just past the start-finish line, but it was Corey LaJoie's car that did that. From what we saw, everybody was able to get out of their race cars under their own power.
Career win number 6. Tyler Reddick is in victory lane, and so is Steve Post.
Yeah, Tyler Reddick down here in victory lane, celebrating with his crew. Tyler Reddick down here. Wow. Can you describe your emotion? Can you describe getting to that finish line? What was that finish like?
That was chaos. But when you come to Talladega, that's what you expect, that's for sure. And So cool to get my second win here. First in the Cup car, obviously. Man, what a day.
You had the Toyota strategy was looking really, really good until it was looking really, really bad. What were your thoughts as you were just the one-man Michael Jordan in here offering congratulations down here? Oh, my gosh, he's got, oh, boy, I'll tell you what a moment down here. Michael Jordan down here congratulating Tyler Reddick, his teammate Bubba Wallace, his team owner Denny Hamlin down here celebrating with Tyler Reddick down here as they celebrate the win. My gosh, I'll tell you what a big moment down here as they enjoy that as all. Tyler, as that race unfolded, we talked about all the Toyotas and then we talked about no Toyotas. What were you thinking as you had to go to battle all by yourself there?
Ooh, it was, I wasn't alone. I had Martin Truex and Ty Gibbs, and man, the Toyota guys, this is what we do. We're a family. We work together. Sometimes it works, sometimes it didn't, unfortunately, like we saw earlier. But, man, I just appreciate all their help there at the end. What'd you think, Bo?
I don't know, but it was so cool.
That is Bo. It was so cool. Congratulations. Celebrate this one big.
Oh, we will. We will.
There we go. That's Tyler Reddick and Bo down here in Victory Lane celebrating the win here at Talladega Superspeedway.
That is Tyler's son, Bo. And, what was also cool about it, Bo, the youngster, was carried from the pit box all the way to victory lane by some guy by the name of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's hear from Corey Lajoie. He, too, has just come from the care center.
And walked away from an incident that was wild, car riding the wall, essentially. Describe what you saw coming into the wreck and then what your car did once you had contact with other cars.
It was, it's a little bit frustrating running around at 60% saving gas to dictate where you kind of come out for the last run. Made the wrong move there with about 25 to go, tried to cover the top and got shuffled to the back, and then we were just trying to work our way to the front, and then you just know that there's somebody going to get hooked, and everybody's committed to running wide open, coming to the checkered. And I got hit in the left front, and I was looking at the wall, and then I was, looking at the tire, and I was looking at the sun, and I was looking at the ground, and then I did a full rotation, and it was definitely solid. Definitely hurt quite a bit, but glad we had a good seat from the joy of seating in there, and Inspire's building safe cars.
Happy to see Corey Lajoie walk away from that incident.
It was a scary one for Corey Lajoie as the car rode with the bottom side of the race car up against the safer barrier, driver's side door right on top of the asphalt, sliding all the way down the track. He was able to get across the finish line, though, which is far more than what some of the other drivers in this big crash were able to come away with. So at least if there's a bright side, he did get to the finish line.
Yeah, for sure. That's the bright side.